You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Come on in, they got flies in the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. This song was called Alice's Restaurant, but it's not about Alice or the restaurant, which isn't even named Alice's Restaurant, but for some reason the song was called Alice's Restaurant. They also didn't have flies in the back. Well, maybe they did, but that wasn't in the song. This song was about getting arrested for littering and then not having to serve in Vietnam because of it. But I guess that wouldn't make a good song title, so Arlo Guthrie decided to call it Alice's Restaurant. There was more to it than that, though. There was a whole thing about wanting to help out Alice and her husband Ray and Fasha the dog by throwing out garbage that was in the church where they lived, where the pews used to be. But the dump was closed on Thanksgiving. Did I forget to mention that this happened on Thanksgiving 2 years before 1967? So after the dump was closed, they found another pile of garbage and threw their garbage down on it. Unbeknownst to them, however, there was an envelope in the garbage with his name on it. This envelope happened to be found by the local authorities, and they were questioned over the phone by Officer Obi, who wasn't buying the story that they put that envelope under that garbage. So they headed over to the police station expecting a slap on the wrist, but what transpired instead was they were arrested and taken back to the scene of the crime, where both of the town officers and some other officers from neighboring towns were using all kinds of cop equipment to record every detail of the crime, including 27 8x10 color glossy photographs, which wouldn't matter anyway because when it came time to present them in court, the judge was blind and couldn't see them anyway. Now, in a town so small that it only has 2 police officers, it might behoove one to think that Officer Obi would have known that the judge was blind and wouldn't have bothered with the 27 8x10 color glossy photographs to begin with, but no one seems to have questioned that. Then the song was about getting drafted and going to Whitehall Street. After spending hours going through all kinds of mean, nasty stuff and seeing a psychiatrist to make sure that he was fit for killing, he gets to the last man who asks him if he's ever been arrested, just as he plays some impending chords sequence on the guitar. Then he has to sit on a bench with mother rapers, father stabbers, and father rapers who become jolly good friends with him when he tells them that in addition to littering, he also created a nuisance. Then the sergeant wanted to know if he had rehabilitated himself, and then after some snide remark about being moral enough to burn women, kids, houses, and villages after being a litter bug, the sergeant informs him that they don't like his type and they're going to send his fingerprints off to Washington. And then he gets the audience to sing the chorus on the next time it comes around, and then he tells them that that was horrible. Damn, he'd probably want to kill me if he ever heard this. Then he says he's been singing that song for 25 minutes, but it was only 17 minutes when he said that. And there you have it. Now, I've been goofing on Alice's Restaurant this whole time, but if you ain't never heard Alice's Restaurant, you should run out to the record store now and buy yourself a copy. If they don't have no more record stores where you live, you could order from one of those online record stores, preferably one that doesn't begin with a lowercase I. Arlo Guthrie does this song a whole lot better than I do it, and he don't need no stupid video like this or nothing. So let me just wait for it to come around again, and then I'll sing the chorus and I could end this here thing. Let's just wait. Here it comes. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant, except in Alice. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Come on in, they got flies in the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant.